Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever the hell you are in the world. Oh boy, this is a weird one, I'm not even gonna lie, this just feels so weird. Hello everyone in chat, to a what normally would be an exciting event, especially in previous years, if there's anything to go by. It was becoming bigger and bigger and becoming a staple in the calendar year of gaming, specifically for Sony. But this is so weird. I don't know what to make of this. We're going to go through it really quickly. We've got about 15 minutes before PSX, whatever this is, even starts. You're not missing much, by the way, in the overlay. I have muted it. They're just playing like a funky dance music track thing, which I'm going to put a headphone in, actually. Keep an ear in for, just in case, whenever it starts. DCP77, what is your source to access this stream? This source is on YouTube. It's on PlayStation's official YouTube channel, and it's also on live.playstation.com. Which we will get into a sec. I'm actually going to mention that in a moment. Hi, Sylvia, Skill Gems, and Game Hacker, Jebby. Over on YouTube, we have Dustin and Joel's in. So good to see you, late night peeps, tuning in. Or depending where you are in the world. Could be early in the morning, could be in the afternoon, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so up there with E3, TGS, this PSX, not even as a Shenmue fan, but as a PlayStation fan, has been pretty huge, getting bigger and bigger over the past couple of years. So much so that I even thought that they were maybe starting to shun E3 in favour of this, their own show. But this year, things took a little bit of a turn. So we had Paris Games Week at the end of October. Normally a low-key event, but basically, long story short, is that they've flipped it. They basically went all out of Paris Games Week, and they've been very open about this event tonight being low-key. Hey guys, Matt and Andrew are in YouTube, and Necro's joined Twitch chat. Favorite plays in. Hey, good to see you guys in. So yeah, they basically 180 this. So at Paris Games Week, you had a huge showing. You had Ghost of Tsushima, Guacamelee 2, Spelunky 2, new games announced. You had updates and trailers for Destiny 2, Detroit, Final Fantasy 15, God of War, Last of Us 2, Monster Hunter World, Shadow of the Colossus remake, and Spider-Man. They basically dumped everything into Paris Games Week because of the Xbox One X coming out the week later. What that meant is that almost immediately after that, they more or less come out and said, yep, we're basically not even going to be having a proper PSX this year. We're going to be having a presentation. We're not. I'll actually read you the quote from Sid Schumann. We are not calling it a showcase. On Friday night, we will have a special presentation with opening remarks, special guests, and game updates to talk about. So it's not a showcase. It's a presentation. That first of all makes it weird. I don't have the exact quote, but I do believe I read not long after that what they said was they were basically learning from this year's E3 how it was a low-key event, and they're doubling down on next year's E3 2018 showcase. Okay, basically what that meant is that whatever's going to happen tonight, I had zero hype for. I read the message boards and stuff, and people don't seem to be listening to Sony. People seem to be building themselves up for all sorts of reveals, like Devil May Cry 5 and things like that. Crash Team Racing, I don't know. I certainly going on what Sid Schumann said, you're setting yourself up for failure. Sony's basically telling you don't be getting into this with any sort of major game announcements until tonight. And there's just a change in the language from this here. If you actually go to liveplaystation.com and you read the description of tonight's presentation, it will say this. Starting at 8 PM Pacific time, you can listen in on candid discussions, fine, with some PlayStation top developers, fine, get updates on key titles, fine, and hear some special announcements. Now, announcements to me are game announcements. I know they don't say game announcements in this language, but it's certainly a different from what Sid is saying. We just basically don't expect anything. So I don't have a clue what's going to happen in this. I certainly don't expect it to be like any PSX that we've had before. I've actually seen the stage, and again, it's weird. It's the same Sony PSX stage, where you would have members walking out like Sean Layden and Gio Corsi and things like that. But there is seating. So I really do think this is going to be a sit-down, chilled event. I don't know if Greg from Kinda Funny Games is presenting it, or he's going to be a guest. I'm not too sure on that one. But again, yeah, I don't really know what to expect. I'm going to just come out and say it. I've felt now for a long while that there ain't going to be no Shenmue news at this. There ain't going to be no Shenmue HD announcement, even though they're saying there could be announcements. There ain't going to be no Shenmue 3 trailer. As to why that is, I don't know, because things look great throughout the year. We had 2 trusted sources, at least what I would consider trusted sources, that did say that Shenmue HD would be announced and released by the end of this year. Those 2 sources I consider credible because they have made plenty of rumors in the past, which did turn out to be true. One of them actually predicted the Bayonetta and Vanquish releases. It happened. That's just one example. DCP77, nope, the show will pretty much play out as it is. Unless I'm having a little bit of a back and forth with chat, not even a back and forth, just a comment or two on chat, it will be played as is. Yeah, so in terms of Shenmue news, I know Michael Huber over at Easy Allies is pretty much pumped for it. Again, going back to what I was saying, I don't understand why. I mean, you've basically been told do not get hyped for this. And I'm sorry if I'm being a killjoy to anybody in chat there, by the way, or anybody watching this who has been really looking forward to this in terms of it's the last event of the year and it's the last Christmas before Shenmue 3. And obviously I would agree, logic dictates that Shenmue HD, Shenmue takes place at Christmas, you would want to release it at Christmas. So take from that what you will. My personal opinion is that Shenmue 3 will be delayed again in next year, which will give us next Christmas. Sega probably knows this, or at least is counting on it, and is rolling the dice. They could always just release it before Shenmue 3. Even if Shenmue 3 was announced for the 1st of December 18, they could release it a week before it, a month before it, announce it at E3. They can do whatever they want. I don't think they really care that much. I just think they're waiting. It does seem to be the strategy now, especially if there's no news tonight, it does seem to be the strategy now that Sega are just holding off to ride the coattails of the Shenmue 3 promotion that's going to happen with Deep Silver now and Sony. Not even too sure who's going to be doing that. So, at least we'll know. I'd say at least we'll know tonight what Sega's strategy is. I personally thought they maybe could. I didn't see the problem with releasing Shenmue HD now this Christmas and letting that just be out in the wild for a year, letting that just make them a profit, sell it. But that seemingly isn't the strategy that they're going for. So, but yeah, kind of actually already have confirmation of that as well in the fact that I very much even also doubt this will be a shadow drop. I very much couldn't see Shenmue HD dropping tonight, or even next week, or what anybody would consider just a proper drop. I can't really see it. So DCP77 is looking Bloodborne 2. That From Software. Yeah, anybody who watched the Game Awards last night? I did catch up on it a little bit today. Death Stranding, still don't have a clue what that game's all about, but it was a great trailer. There was some definite highlights, and well done to Jeff Keighley. He's really made that event something very good. And yeah, the From Software teaser, whatever the hell that was, there is rumors going about that we are going to get more information on that in this tonight. I believe that would come under an announcement. JB, the Discord was getting used last night. That's good to hear. Sorry, Sonic the Yamagishi, I didn't even see you in YouTube. Oh, we have... Oh, you're watching from Japan. That's awesome. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. I guess it must be early in the morning over, or at least... is it 9 hours, 10 hours? Oh, God, I don't even know. I don't even know about you guys, but I am so, like... I'm not necessarily tired, but I don't have a sense of what time really is at the minute. It is very early in the morning, and for those of you that don't know why this is, I am in Ireland, so... it is coming up to 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would, like I say, I wouldn't say tired, but fatigue is definitely setting in. Knacker, you actually gave me a heart attack there. Discord was filled with toxicity. Mr. Jagan, good to see you in. It would be so... I was thinking of a developer diary announcement for Shenmue 3, but they wouldn't include that in an event like this, I'd say. One more thing as well before we get into the press conference, guys. Of course, let me know the audio levels of the conference. If you want it increased, decreased, let me know about that. Let me know about that in chat, and I'll definitely get that sorted out for you. I thought that might have been it starting. Yeah, but Spags, you should know the Game Awards are always going to have 1,000,001 plugs. Yeah, Jibs, that's what I mean, though. I mean, once it gets going, I'll obviously have to tweak it real time, which is fine. You know, I'm just saying, just let me know. I won't be saying no to that. So, how do you feel, chat, about this? What's your feeling on the past couple of years? We've had a great PSX. It's gotten bigger and bigger. Last year just blew us away with the Last of Us reveal. Last of Us 2 reveal. I mean, it was just building itself up to be this awesome event, and then this year they've just kind of, I don't know. Jibby's not hyped, not expecting anything. No, I don't think it's a case of that you're being down by saying that. I certainly don't feel that way. Gamer Hacker, 30% Shenmue 3, 7% Shenmue HD. Really? I would actually have said the opposite. If there was going to be any Shenmue news at this, it would be a HD announcement. For sure. I actually should have got a drink myself, actually. I don't think I've got time anymore. It should be kicking off in about 2-3 minutes. But the actual ironic thing about this event as well is I'm actually supposed to be sitting right at that. The video seems to be lagging a bit. I don't know what that's all about. I'm actually going to try and refresh that now, actually, just before this kicks off. Can I F5 that? I don't really like this buffering malarkey. And then again, I don't want to start messing about with. No, it is. The music is fine, but the image is so all over the place. Bear with me, chat. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, you can just kind of tell as well with Twitter and things like that. Sorry, no guys, no Guinness tonight. Just was not in the mood for any alcohol tonight at all. If I actually had alcohol, I probably would have got too hyped, then got you guys hyped, then be responsible for spreading hype when hype wasn't necessary. But you know, but this is another thing as well. You know, the gaming industry is built around secrets. You know, that's the weirdest thing. It's, for all we know, this could be in the works, in the plans for a long time by Sega to, or even Deep Silver, to show up at this and just drop a trailer or something, or announce it, you know? But we can only speculate. And I would say, nah. I've been talking to some friends and stuff over the past week, and like I've said it a million times, I just don't. We are right on the precipice. Oh, there we go. The image is working again. And we're right on the precipice of the year, as far as we know it, of Shenmue. It's just not Shenmue's time yet. That's what I kind of believe. We're almost there, and I've said this as well. The next 6 months in the lead up to E3 2018 are going to be in my opinion anyway, going to be the hardest 6 months of this entire journey through the development of Shenmue 3. Once I get to May, I will be insanely hyped every single day of the week in the run up to June when E3 kicks off. Because when you have E3, it's soon followed by Gamescom. That now has a link to Shenmue. Shenmue 3 was announced at E3. It was shown off at Gamescom last year. TGS is in Japan. They'll want to heavily promote it there. Then you have PSX because Shenmue 3 will be on Sony. Here we go. It's starting. So let me know on audio, guys. Enjoy. That's a bit better. Sorry guys, didn't have it in HD for you. No DCP. We're going to leave it as it is. But if you want, you can jump over to the PS stream itself and then come back later. You're more than welcome.
Please welcome Sean Layden and Sid Schumann.
Sorry, bud. Hey, Sid. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you could join us here, PlayStation Experience. Thank you so much for coming. Sean.
Is this a furniture convention?
I think we're going to play a game. We're going to kind of move our way back and forth across the different segments here.
Right, and hopefully ending up with those nice
Kiski,
postmodern
good to see you.
Office chairs. Right? This is awesome. Yeah.
In all seriousness, folks, it is unbelievable to be here again at another PlayStation Experience. So exciting to have all of you here. I really give yourselves a round of applause for joining us here in Anaheim.
This is
Wow.
this is the fourth one.
It's the fourth one. And I can't think of a better way to close out this highly memorable year than with my friends. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. Really.
Yeah, it's incredible. And Sean, it's been a heck of a year.
Wow, hasn't it been just? It's been a crazy year, 2017. I think we saw a lot of great game releases. Any Uncharted fans out there?
I wonder what T-shirt he's got on.
So Lost Legacy was awesome. We're certainly proud and pleased with what our friends in Amsterdam pulled together with Horizon Zero Dawn. And then without telling anybody, just kind of slipped the Frozen Wilds out there.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
Sneak it out there. I mean, what's great, too, is the year got off to such an incredible start. Resident Evil 7, one of my absolute favorites this year.
Yes.
If you haven't played that in PlayStation VR, you haven't played it. Persona 5, Nier Automata.
All right. Yeah.
Incredible year, incredible games. One of the strongest game lineups I've seen in years.
My personal favorite, one of them anyway, is Everybody's Golf.
That's a terrific game.
Can we get some love for my golf game, please?
Gravity Rush 2.
Gravity Rush 2, yeah. Yeah.
You could sit here all night literally listing all the incredible games that came out this year.
Right.
But we've got a little bit more in store.
We've got other things to do.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
You know, I mean, I think it's such a special year. And I mean, then we had Paris Games Week. I mean, you know.
Went really well. We saw the reveal of Sucker Punch's new opus.
We sure did.
Ghost.
Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah, that's going to be great. We saw some of that in the trailer right now, but there was a lot that happened in 2017, and we can talk about that, and we can share some of our memories of that with everybody here. But 2018 is going to be another tremendous year for PlayStation, both in PS4 and PSVR.
And we're going to talk a little bit about 2018 here tonight. We're also going to bring you closer to some of the world's top developers right here. I think it's something that makes PlayStation Experience unique and special. You folks can be right here with us, all of our friends right here.
Thus all the furniture.
And all this furniture right here.
So we're going to try to build a super group up here.
You can tell us what you think at the end, but I think we have a special night here ahead of us. We're going to have some old friends dropping by, Sean.
Yeah, we're going to have our group chairman, Andy House, is in the house.
That's right.
And he'll be joining us later with our old friend, Mark Cerny.
That's right, PS4 system architect. Mark Cerny's dropping by.
Cheers, Jibs.
Right.
Are you guys fans of God of War? You like God of War? Okay. Corey Barlog from Santa Monica Studio, he's going to come in and give us a development update here tonight.
Right. The taxi's outside with the meter running, but Corey's going to run in here, deliver a report, and then get right back to the studio and get that.
No idea, James.
And we're having Media
No idea, man.
Yeah, Media Molecule. Did you guys check out the Game Awards last night? You see that new trailer?
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, they're doing great stuff.
We're also going to take another look at Concrete Genie here a little bit later tonight, one we're all very, very excited about, another one we announced at Paris this year. So we're going to have some updates on 2018 games. We're going to take a peek or two at the PlayStation Experience show floor, which I know a lot of you are going to be excited to check out over the weekend. And there might be a surprise or two in store, Sean. What do you think?
I think there's more than a surprise or two, indeed.
Right.
And we have some shots of that. We're going to go to that now, or?
Yeah, so we got a big weekend here. And actually, one of the things I'm personally super excited for are the panels we've got going on tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a great lineup.
Really killer panel lineup. I think the best we've ever had. I mean, look at this stuff here. We've got Naughty Dog doing not one, but two panels. The cast of The Last of Us 2 will be right here, right on this stage, actually. You'll be able to see them. You'll be able to see all the Uncharted voice actors for the big 10-year anniversary. Sucker Punch stopping by, Media Molecule stopping by. Super excited that Justin Roiland and William Pugh are going to be stopping by.
Oh, that'd be
I'm a
cool.
huge Rick and Morty fan. I can't wait to see what these guys are up to with the Counting Plus. So it's just a lot of great stuff.
Yes.
Then can we talk about that show floor?
Yes, the show floor, we were taking a look at that earlier today. It's like nothing we've done before.
Yeah, we have some photos, I think, too, if we could show
oh, can we
some
put
of
this
those.
up on the screen?
Oh. Days Gone. I mean, that's an experience right there.
Well,
Get your phone ready.
Yeah, that's the entryway, so you're going to have to find a way to get through that.
Are they ticklish? We'll find out
We're going to
tomorrow.
find out, yeah.
Another one.
And one of them is a real human. You have to find out which one that is.
Another one I'm really excited about. It's incredible. Shadow of the Colossus. Wait till you see this. Tell them what they get to do, Sean.
So what you get to do, this is one of the key colossi from the game. You will be able to climb up the back of it and put that sword right into the center of his head. It's the thing you've wanted to do when playing the game. You'll be able to do it now tomorrow at the show.
It's incredible. I mean, that's just a taste. There's so much more. It's the biggest show we've done yet, so I hope you all check it out tomorrow and let us know what you think. Got a lot of PlayStation VR here. I know not everyone gets a chance to go on with this.
Oh.
This is the Inpatient.
The Impatient is here.
The Inpatient from Supermassive.
Oh, that was nice of Oz to sit in the wheelchair like that.
Yeah.
But you will be taken into this experience via wheelchair, and you will have an asylum experience just like it is in the
They
game.
wheel you in,
Totally
they close
creepy.
the curtain, and
Trust
you
me.
play the demo. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So
It's not for the faint of heart.
not at all. So around 80 playable PlayStation VR experiences here over the weekend. And so lots to see and do on the PlayStation VR front. But actually, Sean, speaking of PlayStation VR,
Right.
I believe you do have a new PlayStation VR game to reveal here tonight.
Yes, we do. And I think it's really important, though, to talk about the VR stuff. Get out there over the next couple of days and experience it, because you can read
Sell
about it on
the VR
web,
kits,
you can hear
guys.
Sid and I talk
Sell
about
them
it
all.
all the time. But until you put the headset on and have a gaming experience like that, you'll never really know what it's like. So please, for the next couple of days, get in there and do that, because we have a new game we're announcing tonight called Firewall. Firewall 0 Hour, I think is the full title. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, here we go. This is the first gameplay we're seeing of Firewall. Now, this is actually from the folks at First Contact Entertainment. They're serious shooter developers. This is a team-based 4v4 tactical first-person shooter. So attack and defense on the two teams. And there's a huge amount of emphasis being placed on sort of the tense motions and movements. It's the pacing is very realistic. Peeking around corners here. We're going to see some of that here in the footage. But just a very early sneak peek for all of you here. Firewall is coming to PlayStation VR. You'll be able to use either a DualShock or your PlayStation VR aim controller, if you've ever picked up one of those with Farpoint or something like that. So this is looking mighty promising, I gotta say.
Oh, it's incredible. It's so tense to be in that four-on-4, trapped in the room, throwing flashbangs and trying to clear rooms out of enemies.
Yeah, this is
Used
one
to
we've
the
been wanting to
VR.
tell folks about for a while.
Here to
and
stay
I know
at
people who've
PlayStation.
tried it, have really come out raving. So
And it's on the floor.
that's right. It's on the floor here. You'll be able to play it this weekend, 4-on-4, Firewall. And it will be
Exactly,
exclusive to
sell them
PlayStation
all.
VR. So excited to see that. So, Sean, what else do we have on the VR front? Anything else?
We have a gift. And a year ago, we launched one of my most favorite games, The Last Guardian. Any Last Guardian fans? It was such a seminal moment for my career, because I think I've been working on that game my entire career. and so we were able to ship it last year around this time. And in the meantime, Ueda-san and the group have come together, and they've made a VR experience based in the world of Last Guardian, where you'll be able to go in there and experience that with Trico, calling the beast and moving across a level. It's probably, 15, 20 minutes of gameplay. But we'll be putting that up on the PlayStation Store.
December 12th here in the US and Europe.
And that's our Christmas present to everybody.
Right.
So please go get it.
Next
Download
week,
that.
it's free.
Yeah.
It is actually a standalone experience.
Yes.
You don't need to actually own The Last Guardian either. So if you've got PlayStation VR, you can get The Last Guardian
here's
VR
some of it
demo.
right now,
Here we
yeah.
go. Seeing a little
Oh,
footage
show us
here.
that. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Sean, do you think Trico's feathers are more plush and downy in VR?
Well, I think you can only rub them one way.
I was always so
yes,
confused
kind of
about
plush and downy.
the name of the beast.
call it
They
that.
call it
There he is.
Trico.
There.
I always thought it was
And you'll be able to call
Our
Turrico,
fine feathered friend.
like Eco,
Yeah.
Team Eco. And then I could have swore the boy
Something
actually
else.
refers to it as Turrico.
So please make some time during the next couple of days and get in and try this. And then on December 12th, go home, download it, and
play it.
Enjoy for Christmas.
Nice stocking stuffer there. So that's the Last
It is a
Guardian
good game.
VR demo.
I really enjoyed The Last Guardian.
Right. But wait, there's more.
There is more. There is more.
You know, we like to go back from time to time and look at some of our classic catalog games that we have, because we believe that you know, a great game is always a great game. And sometimes you have to refresh and bring them back on new platforms because sadly you can't go out and buy a PS1.
You listening to that, Sega?
So what we have here is we've taken a game we delivered last year. We brought Wipeout back, and now we're going to bring out Wipeout VR.
Yeah, let's check out the trailer.
God, pass the sick bucket if you were to play this in VR. VR games are okay, but like, I mean, that to me is just completely vomit-inducing. Exactly, motion sickness. Christ.
Now this will be an update that you'll be able to download to your copy of Wipeout, and this will add the VR capabilities to the game you have.
Yeah.
So you have to supply your own air sickness bags. We can't give you any help with that.
Yeah, and the free VR update is coming early 2018, Sean.
Yep.
That's
yep.
right.
It's on schedule. It's on time.
I think a strong start so far to 2018, and I gotta say, I'm actually really getting fired up about 2018 because I mean we've got Far Cry 5 coming early on in the year. Really excited for that one.
That looks great.
Shadow of the Colossus, which.
Yep. And that's all going to be playable on the show
all
floor.
Playable on the show floor, and Shadow of the Colossus is being played on PlayStation 4 Pro, and wait till you see that.
Yeah.
It is stunning.
Amazing.
But before we get into all the 2018 stuff, because we got some more to talk about there.
We got a lot of chairs here.
Got a lot of chairs here. So I wanted to revisit what I think is 2017's biggest game. So please welcome Herman Hulst from Guerrilla Games.
Oh, games, right? I still have it wrapped up there, waiting to play. Don't ask me why I haven't played this game yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Herman Hulst.
I'm wearing a tall neck tonight. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Herman.
Chris, sit.
This is such a weird.
Wow, we have a lot of family.
Yeah, we do. A big family. Yeah.
We love
How are you guys?
You're going to hear a lot of "we love our fans" and "we're going to make better games for our fans." You're going to hear a lot of this.
Herman, you're looking rested.
You know, taking my time. I'm here on vacation for 40 hours.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Disneyland passes.
2017 has kind of been the year of Horizon Zero Dawn. I mean, it's clearly a humongous hit. I mean, people have fallen in love with this. It's a tremendously great-looking game on PlayStation 4 Pro or on standard PlayStation 4. Nominations out the wazoo, and you guys just shipped the Frozen Wilds too. I mean, that's one hell of a year.
It's been a fantastic year. I mean, we worked on this game for 7 years.
Dustin, if I knew, I would tell you.
Finally get it.
Unfortunately, I don't know. They didn't give a runtime.
Of you guys, and we hear about it, and
it
we
could
see
be long.
Being so active, it's just heartwarming for us.
Yeah, and then you got the Frozen Wilds, which you just put out too. I mean, that's a whole bunch of new content. It's unusual to see an expansion, I think, of that size come out the same year as a title as big as Horizon Zero Dawn.
And you know what? We actually just started working on it the week after we shipped.
Oh, yeah?
So there was no preparation. There was no time for that at all. So there's a good chunk of content that we made in, 8-9 months. So it's been a busy year.
Impressive.
There's no way it's just 2 to 3 hours. I couldn't
what
stand that.
surprised you most in terms of the fan reaction?
Wow, there's been so many surprises on this project. I would say just the feedback from the audience. I mean, we've had such amazing responses We got this, actually this is a mail that Sean forwarded on to me from a president of one of the game studios. He had 4 daughters, and he just sent this note that his daughters, young girls, they rearranged the furniture in their home so that they could practice like Aloy, because it was a character that for the first time actually looked like them. And it's these kind of responses, or it's the cosplayers that so many of them, they've come out to the studio, they've kind of become super fans, they invest so much in them, or the sheer amount of time that people spend in the game. Photo mode, some people have spent weeks and weeks just not taking snaps, because it actually borders pretty much professional photography.
It's incredible, yeah.
So it's actually the extent of that kind of feedback that's been the most surprising to me.
Well, and it's great to have such a strong female protagonist that has been, loved by the entire PlayStation community. We've just created a whole new icon for our industry.
Beautiful game, one of my absolute favorites this year. Now, okay, from my selfish perspective, one of the reasons I'm so pleased to see Horizon be such a huge hit is because, well, it's a single-player game. And I love single-player games.
Game Hacker, quite a bit,
I mean,
actually.
I think it's fair to say
a lot
it's
more
sort of,
snow than we're
it
used
seems
to.
like people still want them. What do you think?
Sounds like it's going to be a long weekend of snow.
I answered that question right there.
I think they're dead, man. No, the strange thing is it's by far our best-selling game, and it's the first solely single-player game that we've made in a long time. I don't really get the debate that much. To me, when you're somebody
This
like
is going to be a
yourself, sometimes you're after
long,
this kind of
long
magical,
show.
Unbroken
I just have a
narrative
feeling.
experience, and there is no other way really than having that single-player experience. So there will always be a market for that. It's hugely important.
Especially in a world as unique and exotic and interesting as Horizon Zero Dawn, with the characters interesting and unique as Aloy. So
you don't want to be interrupted. You want to be in that magic spell and stay there, and that's why sometimes a single-player game can be the best option.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. Herman, you're going to stay with us here tonight, and we're going to have some other folks dropping in. Thank you so much, Herman. Horizon is not the only narrative-based single-player game PlayStation's focused on right now. Anyone interested in a small, handcrafted artisan franchise by the name of God of War?
I am.
Okay. Well, in that
give
case,
a release date.
how about we welcome Corey Barlog? He's a creative director at Santa Monica Studio.
Will they give a release date? It's appearing on buses and everything driving past my house. You can see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Corey Barlog.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Corey, good to see you. All right, Corey.
Oh boy. Corey Barlog, great to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to cut to the chase on this one. Can we get a little bit of a status check on God of War? How's that one coming along?
Jesus, Sid, no kind of run-up in?
No.
No foreplay, just right to it. Fantastic.
Yes.
It's going really good. We are in a final phases right now, doing a lot of play testing. He's very excited. I'm very excited. But it is, it's a big game. I can't hear you. Louder?
Oh my God, Sid, say something. What are they doing?
Freebird? Is that what?
Freebird.
You feeling confident, Corey?
Oh, absolutely. I'm feeling very good about things. I would love to be able to tell people when we're going to release it, but my dog ate the release date, so I don't have that right now.
Oh.
But I can tell you a little bit more about it. Right now, we are
Still
in the
no
playtesting
release
phases.
date.
In fact, this week we just finished up playtest. And over the last 4 or 5 playtests, we've been clocking in. I think the total gameplay time is somewhere in the arena of 25 to 35 hours.
Whoa.
Shenmue 3 is going to be longer than that.
Huge game.
That's big. I mean, I got
It's not as big as his game, but I'm, getting there.
It's close.
Yeah.
Dustin, I'm right there with you.
I was assuming it was in the maybe 10, 15,
I don't even want to say,
20
but it is like
Yeah,
a
that's
literally a
what I was telling
Sony
people.
PlayStation hand job.
And then
That's
we
what
sort of
this
accidentally made
is.
it a lot bigger.
Oops. Yeah. It's twice as big as we expected. That's funny. So, Sean, a question I've been wondering about. Corey obviously.
You, son.
has a
Normally
very
the PSX crowd
unique
is
vision for God of
rowdy.
War. It is quite a shift from what we've seen from the last.
But
six-
it was as if
six
they were
games, I think, in the
pausing
series.
for that, which
So
is
what was
pandering,
it
which I don't
about
like.
Corey's pitch and his vision that sold worldwide studios on this new.
Kiski, no.
Bribe.
Well, he said he'd ship in
Any sort of
2018.
Shenmue would just look out of place at this.
Corey has so much expertise and knowledge and special.
This is essentially like the
skills. He's sat in
PlayStation
some
Christmas
library at some
party.
university and reading all the forbidden, Norse mythology books they have in the back room.
This is totally true.
And so when he took me through his
Exactly,
vision for the
dick
game,
measuring.
really taking it to a new place, not only by by the camera angle, but the type of story we're telling, a more narrative driven and not so like brawler driven kind of game. I thought this is exactly the place where we need to take something like the God of War franchise. It keeps it true to its roots, yet makes it new all over again for a new audience. And that's what Corey sold me on. It took him about 90 minutes to tell you. I just told you in 4 minutes, but it was exactly what.
I'm a bit loquacious like that.
But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy who's already shipped his game, and this is the guy who's in
Right.
crunch.
He is way more relaxed.
Compare and
right?
contrast.
What are you still doing here, man? You
I
gotta
know,
be.
right?
What's the bug count?
Right. I'm getting texted right now with the bug count.
So Corey, the game is at least bigger than I expected. I can say that based on
Me
what you've
too.
been telling me. It's large. It's large. So, but in a big world like that, how do you sort of keep a narrative focus? Like, how do you stay on track with the player?
Ooh, very, very, very carefully. I mean, playtesting honestly has really helped us a lot to figure out how we keep the player focused. And one of the original things I was talking to people about was treating the game like a tour bus. So that you're in this massive world and we're sort of rewarding the player for being curious, and you can kind of pull the string to get off the tour bus, which the tour bus is the narrative in this story.
At the end of the day, think of
and
this
you
as a
kinda go
positive.
Look around, check out the world, but
In an
the
hour,
bus is always a few
maybe
steps
2
away,
hours,
no
this
matter
event will
what.
end.
You know,
And
it's
once
kind
it
of a fun
ends, that is it.
exploration
It's
of
more or
the
less a
world.
clean sweep right through to
tour bus.
I think we use the
E3.
analogy of
I know we have
theme
Monaco
park
Magic
just
in
around the corner here, Disneyland, for making
GDC,
rides
but
to Redon.
Really?
We're a tour bus.
And that really was like a theme
we
park.
will be
It's a
into the
theme park.
home stretch before what we would
So,
expect to be
Corey,
serious
since we got
promotion
you
for
here, I wanted
Shenmue
to
3.
run through the latest gameplay footage, actually, that we saw at Paris from God of War. But because we got you here, you can add some context and some information that we maybe didn't have back then.
Oh, good.
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and roll
This
that.
has to be
So,
1 hour.
I'm going to say something
tops.
right away. I was talking about playtesting.
I hope it is.
We're still building the system for the kids' ability to talk in-game, the banter system we call it. So Atreus in the game wasn't fully talking a lot, so when we made this video, I was dropping the audio in without us having playtested it. So I treat this video a little bit like it was a giant playtest with the world. So we sort of discovered as we sent it out in a playtest that was happening almost the same time this was coming out that we were like, oh man, he talks too much. We need to chill that out a little bit. So it was kind of a fantastic realization. This right here was meant to give you a little bit of a glimpse into sort of the moment-to-moment combat. Previous ones we had focused a little bit on the story and the tone and the world, and this is kind of giving you that sense that we haven't really lost that pick-up-and-play aspect of God of War. In all the encounters, we're really going to allow the player to really open up and use their own creativity in each of the experiences, using the environment, using other characters against each
Food
other.
screen that, for God's sake.
Very fun. And this is really just a area you find in the game when you're around exploring. So this is not even the sort of main critical path.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's kind of honeycombed with secrets and extra paths.
Honeycomb, that's nice. I'm
You
gonna
like
use
that? Yeah.
It's good.
Put that in the marketing book.
It is absolutely honeycombed.
What do you think it is?
Now, I remember there being something here at the end of this.
Oh, yeah. Well, because it was Halloween, right? You just got to scare the shit out of people.
Anything you can share about that particular ghoul?
That's the Revenant, one of the characters that we've introduced in the Lost Pages. And those are characters that are practitioners of Sather magic, and they've been doing it for so long they've kind of lost their humanity and their sort of human form, if you will, possessed by the drug of magic.
The drug of magic.
Right.
All right.
And it's a honeycomb, really.
So we have tour buses, we have honeycomb.
Right.
Theme park.
I'm so good at this.
Corey, it's been 6 games. This will actually be the 7th game, I believe, in the God of War series.
I'm breaking.
It's-
I am
Actually,
breaking.
if you could
I will be
include
back
the
in a second.
mobile-
Chat.
I was
I am broke.
wondering if, yeah,
Right?
so let's
God of War
call it.
Betrayal, man. It's all about that.
That's right. So how do you keep up with fan expectations? I mean, there's a big history with this title.
There really is. Very tirelessly, we are constantly getting feedback from our playtesters, paying attention to what people are seeing when we are showing stuff. This is a labor of love for everybody at Santa Monica. So a lot of people have worked on this franchise from the beginning. We care a tremendous amount about this game. So we hope that you all do as well.
This conference has driven me to alcohol. Always have some
You guys shipped
emergency
this year. Do you have any
spurs
advice or-
Keep going back to the
I know,
such
I know.
an
I'm trying to help
occasion
you.
Right.
Trying to
as
help you.
this.
Herman, you guys shipped, so you've been where where Corey is right now.
Oh my
Do you have any
God.
words of wisdom? Any
I
advice?
lasted 30 minutes
Lots of coffee.
and I broke.
No, so Corey's now in a place where your peak productivity every hour counts.
This is gonna
I really
be
don't know what he's
long.
doing here right now. He should be back in the studio.
I'm just going to try
But
and
it's,
embrace it
it's
as
also
best
the
I
most
can.
interesting phase in the project. where
Horizon
everything
Zero Dawn
kind
and
of
God of War
falls
are
into
going to be
place.
great games.
I know,
So
because we're pretty close. Guerrilla Games and
Cheers.
Santa Monica Studio. We actually visit each other. We do an exchange program. We have a lot of people that have been on site of this team.
And you know what? It's
I
Friday
know
night,
that these
Saturday
guys are in a
morning, it's the
situation now
weekend,
where
pair of
everything is
thumbs.
falling into place.
Let's be happy, let's be optimistic. We've got Shenmue 3, we've got
I
chat,
wanna
we've
visit
got...
you guys too. I never have gotten a chance. Everybody else goes out there.
Invitation is open.
Next time we have
Right.
something like
Alright.
this, it will be
Finish the
game. Totally going after it. We
E3
should crowdfund
2018, 6 months from Shenmue
think that
3.
Corey needs to go
HD
finish
hopefully
the
being
game.
released.
You speak for a lot
Sonic,
of people here.
Yamagashi,
Right, we'll just
Kampai,
delay the game. I'll go out
Slancha,
there.
as we say in Ireland. Let's fucking be...
Corey,
Let's
I don't know
lift
if you
this
got a chance to
mood.
check out the God of War booth. That's
I wasn't going to
actually
talk
being
over this,
built
but
right
fuck
minute
it.
Here at PlayStation
I have
Experience.
not seen it live in person. I've seen photos and then heard about it over the phone.
Oh,
Wow.
oh yes.
So you'll be able to. There's a lot of great photo ops. You'll be able to kind of wear.
Fuku-san,
create
yeah,
face
we
paint,
get it.
don the armor, take photos. But there's a
They're still
special
talking
reward
about
for
it. This is
those
just gonna be
who are brave
long.
enough to get their head shaven.
Yeah.
Any takers out there? Who's daring enough?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Well.
Okay, we're gonna do it now. I left it at home.
Razors.
He has
Corey,
nice
thank you
red
so
shoes.
much.
I've actually a
We're
pair
gonna have
just
some
like
other
them
guests
for
dropping by
Christmas.
here. On that note, it
Although
sounds
my
like some
tick
folks
is
here watched
blue.
the Game Awards last night, right? Okay.
Fuck the Oscars!
We got an awesome new look at Dreams,
Love that bit.
and I thought it might be fun to learn a little bit more about it. What do you think? All right. Well, please welcome Shaban Reddy from Media Molecule.
This is not a game I would play at all, but I sure as shit love their trailers. Dreams, that'll
Ladies
get
and
some of you guys
gentlemen,
hyped.
please welcome Siobhan Reddy.
Yeah, James, I watched that bit today and that was easily the best bit of any show outside of Shenmue 3 reveal that I've seen. This is my game, I made it, nobody else made it. Fuck the Oscars, fuck this shit. What a boss. That guy was awesome.
This is so relaxing.
It's lovely.
I
Very
feel
nice.
separate.
Well, we could just
I
go.
feel apart.
This is the stress seat. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll take it on. All right.
Shaban, I gotta ask. I mean, what's Media Molecule been up to lately?
Well, we have just been so busy, heads down, getting Dreams ready for everybody. So we're so excited to be here at PSX and sharing the project.
What's
Yeah,
insane
Russ
is I was
Summer
actually meant to be
studio
at
that
this.
loves to,
I had an early bird
bring
ticket.
new experiences
My
in a
flight
big
left
experience.
yesterday.
Can't wait to see what you're going to do with it.
How would you describe Dreams? I mean, it seems like a game that's kind of hard to describe, if I'm frank.
Well, I mean, so we did make Little Big Planet, and for us, Dreams is our next step into the Play, Create, Share domain. And I mean, in the trailer that we released last night, like the really important thing about that announced our story mode and sort of showed what the story is that we're making. But also the really important thing about that is that
Yeah, I'd say
everything
Adam
that
would have
we
passed
create-
on it.
So, you know, create this time is that you can create absolutely anything. You can create games, you can create
You have people in
movies,
various
like all of the
places who can
characters,
kind of give you
animation, the logic, everything,
hints
everything.
as to whether you should attend or
And so
not
for us,
attend the
that's
press
like,
conference.
you
And
know,
whenever
what's
I
a really
got
big
word
differentiator. And
Cancelled
and
the
then you can
hotel,
share
got
it
the
with
money
world.
back,
So really it is
took the
like
loss
that
on the
next
flight.
step on with Play Crate Share.
It would have been just a
More
waste
about
of
what we're
money,
seeing here
and
in the
I'm
story
really
mode.
not
I
in a
mean, I
position
think
to
there
waste
were
money
sort
on
of
it.
like 3 different dreams or universes that
That's
we were
Joel, why am I crazy?
That's cool. So here you have a little debug. So basically our story mode is 3 interwoven stories, and it's called Art's Dream, and here you're seeing debug.
Oh, Spags,
This
for
is
sure, I'm
the
glad it didn't
sci-fi
go.
theme.
I
And
would
we
have had to
decided
book my
that instead of
transfers,
just going with
spend
one
money
type
over
of
there,
gameplay,
buy
type of
merchandise,
look,
food,
we would
drink.
do the 3. So this is a sci-fi.
I'd rather take that money and put it
we
towards
also
maybe
have
another
the
trip
sort of
to
film
Tokyo
noir
next year or
setting,
something.
which is point-and-click adventure, and there is the childhood fantasy, which is kind of classic MM with a bit of horror stuck in.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing this
And
on
here
here right
is
now.
the
Yep.
noir. Yep.
Looks lovely. I mean, it's so interesting to me you could build something like this. I mean,
Oh,
They
well,
look so different all of them.
yeah.
yeah. Well, that's sort of the point, because we want to show people the breadth of what can be done with the tools. And this thing.
I'm not okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to be honest. It is a good idea for an event if you were into these games. Like, say for example, if that were Shenmue 3 and Yu Suzuki was sitting there talking about it, we would be just salivating at it. It's just because I'm not really into many games that are out there at the moment, or even many games that are coming. But like, I mean, getting the developers out to talk about their games so as to show off new material,
So yeah, art here is
it's
the main
not a
character,
bad idea.
And this is again in the noir setting. But yeah, for us it was the idea of like taking these 3 different settings and sort of binding them together into an interwoven narrative for people to
And
experience.
not to belabor the point, but you've made
Oh,
all
yeah,
of this
but
in
dude.
the Dreams engine.
That's right. All of it is running real time in Dreams.
Yeah, Joel.
All
I'll
made
take
in
a loss on the
Dreams.
flight.
Tools
It's
are there
fine.
that someone could recreate that
That's right. Yep. Yep.
on their own.
Yep. They're all there.
Wow.
I mean, one
Yeah, I
question.
mean that's the exciting thing.
Yeah, I've just always been wondering with this title. I mean, how far sort of does the
Plus, they're gonna have Andy House
when it comes to
on.
genres?
I've
I mean,
always
can you make,
liked
like,
Andy
racing
House.
Games? Can
Yeah.
you make RPGs?
Yep.
Can you
I actually
make-
got a little bit emotional
I mean,
at his
And I mean,
speech from
I
last
think
night too,
what we
before he
learned from
presented the
LPP
award.
Is give people the tools, and they'll be able
That's
to
the problem though,
use
Jimmy. Yeah,
them.
this isn't what PSX has built itself up to
Dreams
be,
is
but
just, it's just so much deeper.
they
than
blew their load
so,
at
I mean, for us,
Paris
like,
Games Week.
we
Here's another theory off the
you know,
top of
we're
my
so
head.
excited
Perhaps they
because
were
there's
going to
absolutely
announce
the sky's the limit.
HD
and
at
I think that we'll actually start to
PSX,
see
but
almost like a bit of
when
genre bending,
PlayStation
you know,
moved their
different
main
genres
show
coming
to Paris,
together,
maybe
and
they just didn't want to do that.
exciting.
Maybe they felt that
strikes me,
the
Corey.
audience
I mean,
wouldn't have been that big.
You know, would there be any benefit to God of War maybe borrowing some of this Dreams technology? And would that help you get across the finish line a little quicker?
I would have had a release date today had I had.
Speaking of that, actually, Shaban, do we have a target release?
Siobhan,
So
it's
we're
a B,
releasing
not a
in
B.
2018.
Right?
It's spelt with a
So
B, but it's
we're-
pronounced with a V.
we're ready, getting ready. Yep.
I would imagine you'd need some kind of beta or something to really launch a game like this.
That's right. Yeah. So we're going to do a beta prior to launch, but yeah, we're not announcing the exact dates just yet. But yeah, that will definitely happen.
Oh, yeah,
The
that lady
dev
was so
community is
sweet.
Desperate to get it onto the beta, so we'll be definitely doing
But
that.
then she started rambling on about all the various forms of
Sister studios
technology.
in the world, let's
I
do it.
know. Well, you know,
Anxious
come on
to
over.
get-
Come on over.
Will do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
we
guys
get a copy early, right?
Yeah. Well, we'd love to do the Jam, Worldwide Studios Jam.
Fuxan, it's a
Like, how cool would
creative
that be?
game, a creative word
like
which
that.
you can
I'm in.
manipulate.
Let's do it.
But it does have a story
Yeah.
mode. It's from
I just think it would be the
the
best.
developers
I'll cover the
of
pizza for
Little
that.
Big Planet.
All right, thanks, Shaban. You know, we've been doing a lot of talking here tonight. I kind of feel like playing a game, you know? I mean, what do you guys think? Do you want to play a game?
Play something.
Play a game with us? Okay. Any of you guys have any ideas about a fun game to play with friends?
Yahtzee!
Yahtzee? We're going to just sit down and play Yahtzee right here on the stage. I've got an idea.
ladders, yeah.
I've got an idea. That's Overcooked. Overcooked is a brilliant game. No, we're not going to play Overcooked up here. We're going to play...
We've done Until Dawn before in the group setting.
Yes, we're going to play Detroit Become Human.
All right.
Please welcome Guillaume from Quantic Dream.
Yeah, no way David Case is walking out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Guillaume de Fondemiere.
Good to see you. Smart.
lot of people.
A lot of people here, yeah. This is going to be exciting. We got the idea from the very first PlayStation Experience, by the way, where we fired up Until Dawn. Great game. I'm sure you guys are fans of it. And had everyone cheer and hoot and holler to decide what actions we should take. But before we do that, we'll do that in just a minute. Guillaume, I wanted to ask, what inspired Detroit Become Human?
Well, as you know, in 2011 we started to work on
Xian rents too many seats.
Oh yeah.
And this Android that is getting built, and when it released in 2012, we showed it as a prototype. Everyone was asking us, what happens to Kara when she goes out into the world, and so David Cage and the team started to work on, what happens when she comes out. And so we imagined this world in about 20 years when human-like androids are really commonplace. So they're everywhere. They've taken on actually most jobs of humans. And although they look and speak and behave like human beings, they're only machines. They're really at the service of humans.
Want to play a game,
so in the game
talks about it for 20 minutes.
3 of these androids. Kara, of course, Connor, and Marcus, and they're each very different models. They have their own backstory. They have their own place in society. And as the player, you will have to make critical decisions that is going to impact their fate. So you're really going to be in control of the story.
What the fuck are we doing up at 4:45 in the morning?
I love games like this. I love
watching
games like
this.
And
Why?
The great news is this is playable here this weekend at PlayStation Experience. But I don't want to wait. Why wait, right? I want it all. I want to open my presents right now. So Guillaume, take your position, please. Guillaume will be playing on PS4 Pro. And here's what's going to happen is all you early bird ticket holders out there, you're going to help Guillaume make decisions in this game, and you're going to do that by making noise, right?
I don't hear you well, so please.
This is...
So a little bit of context. We're playing this hostage scene, which is the very first scene in the game. We're playing as Connor.
Spoilers.
Connor is a prototype. He's been built to investigate deviant androids that all of a sudden do something weird. And so we're going into this hostage scene where the house android has taken a little girl hostage. And we're going to try and save the girl. X for Sean, no? Okay, now I'm in control of the character. I can really move him around the way I want with the left.
This actually could probably sell
right
me on this game or decide whether I bad or not bad. Actually, I'm on the fence with this one. I just can't.
Connor is very intelligent.
I'm really fed up whenever I play a David Cage game of the pretentiousness of it.
Shall I save the fish or not? Oh, too late, too late. There's no sound.
An android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
So is this the hostage scene that's at the top of the roof? Like, I mean, seriously.
Remember that every action has a consequence.
Okay, I know, but that's a lie, because that will have no consequence in the remainder of this game. That's what the problem I have with David Cage games.
So at any moment you can
it makes you believe that, but it actually is not true.
You enter what we call the mind palace of the character, shows you your objectives.
I don't
Greatest Journey. Good to see you in. Yeah, Detroit Become Human, a live demo.
So here, for instance, I can see that I can talk to Captain Allen.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by Sony.
Put it on the full. Why is it they do this at press conferences? Put the game on the screens. Full screen it. I don't want to see him just standing there.
We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls,
there you go.
She falls.
They heard me.
Okay, quick. So I can ask him about the deviant's name, emotional shock.
Has it experienced an emotional shock recently?
I haven't got a clue. Does it matter?
I need information to determine the best approach. Have you tried its deactivation codes?
The first thing we tried. Listen, saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah, James.
Don't know if we said the right thing here, but okay. So, as Connor, the investigator, I have special abilities. One of his abilities of Connor is that he can analyze evidence, and if you find all the evidence, you can then put them together, and you enter into the reconstruct mode. So you can basically reconstruct what has happened in a recent past. So here, for instance, you can see that someone has taken this
fingerprint
wallet here. So the deviant took the father's son. Okay, so we have unlocked something here.
The father's gone. I thought he said he took his son.
May use later in the game. So I'm going to further investigate this apartment, which is actually fairly large. So here, sorry, up.
Oops.
So there's really nothing you have to do?
Yeah, because it's just interactive movie territory now, that's why.
Okay, now we know the deviant's name is Daniel. Maybe something that we can use later on. Way up. Good. So at any moment I can press R2 here and see, you know, those little.
No, Greatest Journey, trust me, you have not missed any Shenmue news.
That's interactive in the scene. So let's take a look at this person here.
Dustin, it's anti-Sony on it. It's like one massive detective scene out of the Arkham games.
I have a bad controller, that we know now.
Oh, it's controller's fault. Blame the controller.
Okay, and now I can reconstruct and try to understand what happened with him. And it's really part of the gameplay to also play with the camera. Try to find clues.
This is kind of creepy, Guillaume.
Okay, we found something. I've unlocked.
No Greatest Journey. It's in LA.
That I'll be able to analyze. Okay, now we understand probably what happened. Deviant was going to be replaced, didn't like it. Oops. All right, so that is a soft reminder that time is of the essence.
Yeah, coming up to 9 PM in LA. It is a strange time. It was originally usually on a Saturday morning, but they moved it to what was a party on a Friday night. They now made it this.
What happened? I can turn the camera.
Yeah, I would say definitely get your tweets prepared for the 3rd of January, that's for sure. It is dragging on.
Now I found a weapon.
Hence alcohol. Wow.
Should I take the weapon? Okay, so now I have a 78% probability of success. Should I... Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, now we need to be quick.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump.
Slowly. So, what do you want?
I know you're angry, Daniel, but you need to trust me. Let me help. I don't want your help. Nobody can help me.
Shall we hop the cup?
Blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die. All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now?
This is going to be really bad PR if he actually has that little girl shot in the head.
Don't touch him. Touch him and I kill you.
What should I do?
Okay. Are you armed?
Truth or lie?
Lie.
I don't have a gun. You're lying. I know you have a gun. I'm telling you the truth, Daniel. I came here unarmed.
Okay, so now we can use what we've unlocked. Quick.
You're very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong. She lied to me.
That's good.
I thought she loved me. But I was wrong. She's just like all the other humans. Daniel, no.
What should I do? Quick.
They were going to replace you, and you became upset. That's what happened, right? I thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered. But I was just their toy. Something you throw away when you're done with.
What should I do? Quick.
Sympathetic.
Listen. It's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software.
No, it's not my fault. I never wanted this. I love them, you know? But I was
Yellowhead building.
just a slave getting ordered around. I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
What should I do?
Zap. Trust.
I'm your last chance, Daniel. If you let it slip, they'll kill you. Let the hostage go. You have no other choice.
I want everyone to leave. And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Quick, shall we?
No. If you execute... Oh, I thought he would have grabbed the guard off with him. I'm sold on it. I will buy that game.
I knew you would say that.
Yeah, I will buy that game. David Cage does have a lot of respect for Yu Suzuki, so for all his downfalls, I always do seem to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Nice job. Nice job. Well done.
I definitely preferred Indigo Prophecy over Heavy Rain,
You
though.
saved the fish.
You gotta save that fish. That was incredibly tense. And I'll tell you, I played that 2 or 3 different times.
Yeah, Jimmy, I will
didn't
be
even know
honest
you
though,
could do
that did make me forget about
I would always
Shenmue.
talk him out of it, or I mean.
So that was a good
How many
demo,
ways are there to
even though it
solve,
did drag on.
that's
But it made me forget about Shenmue. It had me invested.
More than the different endings, and that's true for this scene, but for all the other scenes, everything that you do has a consequence. And so you have to experience it for yourself, because watching someone play and playing it yourself is really totally different. But we're really trying to give players the possibility to
Yeah, Indigo was awesome, Dustin. I agree with that. In fact, that would be a game I would love to see remastered.
Each of the characters' fate.
Definitely, for sure.
And totally change the story.
Unless there is one, I just don't know about it.
It's a ambitious project. It's the most branching narrative that we've ever created. And it's also the most incredible game that we've created because we are touching upon certain themes that are...
No problem, Game Hacker. Have a good night, buddy.
And we...
Morning, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know.
We're going to touch...
Oh yeah, see you Sunday.
on an
Forget about
emotional
Sunday.
level
Speedrun.
and give them the opportunity to experience something really, really different.
Well, you touched me on an emotional level, I can tell you that right now. What about you guys down there?
Touched. Yep.
Touched.
Wow. Intense.
How many pages is the script? I need to know.
So David Cage says 2,000. I counted them. It's slightly more.
Yeah, slightly more. That's a lot more, probably.
Yeah. Well, we are...
Trade secrets.
At the end of the development, obviously. And yeah, we have thousands of story permutations that we're going through. It's hell.
So wait, you have been working on this for 7 years, and you said you were working on yours for how long were you working on yours?
Pretty much, yeah. 7.
Seven?
I mean,
Seriously,
that's the magic
I'm
number.
5
It's the
years,
magic number.
less than 5 years.
We'll be
I worked
thinking
for
about
extra
the
2
game.
years,
We're
yeah.
thinking about the game for 3 years, then we start developing.
Oh, there you go. So 10.
But it's necessary.
Everybody's just trying to top me. That's cool.
Finish the game, Corey.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to. Now I want to take an additional 2 to 3 years.
Do I have more time?
No, I'm just kidding. 2 years is fine. Yeah.
Aaron Bullerod.
Great
Sorry,
job,
man. I didn't
everybody.
see you in
You
chat.
saved
I
the
always like to say
hostage.
hello to
That
everybody
was
who's
Detroit
called in.
Become Human. Play it this weekend.
And you
Play
saved
that.
the fish.
get a totally different experience.
Kiski, that's true. Not a single announcement. Well,
year,
no,
right?
there
Next
was
year
actually. There was a
It is
VR.
coming
There was a
out
couple of
next
VR
year.
announcements actually. Wipeout VR, Last Guardian, Style VR.
Oh, Guillaume, you just laid it right out there.
Some other
exclusive.
first-person shooter.
Okay, well, very
So there have
cool,
been
very cool.
announcements,
Good
but-
stuff so far. But I gotta say,
Very
who
loose
wants
term
to
of
see some
announcements.
trailers? You want to see some new game trailers? All right. Let's see some new game trailers. Roll it.
Guacamole?
So what is this? Like
No, it's not.
hole simulator?
It's kind of cool.
Oh, is this
You
the
put
vacation?
trash in the hole and it gets bigger.
You know what would be cool? If it actually ran at 60 frames per second.
Dude, it does. Look at the screen.
Does it have a platinum trophy?
I don't know. I just started.
So like, what's the point of the game?
There's puzzles. If you collect the kiln, the hole catches on fire.
Oh, sick. This game has Updog, right?
What's up, dog? What's up, dog? Seriously, what's up, dog?
What am I watching? That's it. It's over. VR. Oh my god. It's like one giant advert, this thing. I'm definitely just getting through this by the thought that we're like 3 weeks away from 2018, the year of Shenmue. I'm just thinking of this as like E3. We're all sitting here, we're all hyped, we're all pumped. Jupiter, Mars. Pre-order today to get Venus, Earth, Mars, and Jupiter. Oh, what's that? Oh, I thought that was something else. If I pass out, guys, just let me. Oh, hey, Oren. Sorry, I didn't see that comment. Thank you very much for the kind comment. Really appreciate it, bud. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was probably the best game shown tonight.
Hang on just a minute.
Next time, fight like you mean it.
I am ready to fight you.
At the risk of completely alienating my chat, I actually never played Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast. I know it was the first 10 out of 10 that official Dreamcast magazine gave a Dreamcast game. I never played it. Yeah, Soul Calibur 6. Did you not know about that?
Gods, guide me.
It was, I think it was only announced last night though at the Game Awards. Fuxan, I know, believe me, I know. I'm ashamed of myself.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
Then that means the Elder Crossing is upon us again.
Quite a sight. Just wait till we're finished. Soon, I hope. The Second Fleet always delivers. It's up to you to stop it. This whole operation rides on how well you do that. We can do this.
It's an ecological marvel. One that easily dwarfs any I have ever seen.
Need you to...
So compelled, then we will cross paths again at the end of all this.
What have we here?
World. Yeah, I mean, Dustin, it was like the fan forums. Do you know what I mean? It was like the fan forums who were predicting DMC5 and stuff. This was never going to be that type of event. I would love them to prove me wrong, but it ain't that type of event. What is going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andrew House and Mark Cerny.
Wow, a lot of people.
Yep.
So, Andy, you've been at the heart of PlayStation for over.
No, I'd say
20 years
Sony's
now,
are
and
on
you've been
presenting
playing
duties
the last
again,
few
like he was at
months. Is
GDC.
there, a little you can tell everyone about that?
Sure. You know, in essence, I have been with PlayStation since the start, and I've been through some good times and some not so good times. And I think right now the business is probably in the best shape, our platform, our games, than I've ever seen it. And thank you. I hope you guys agree.
I hope he cuts back a little bit and lets loose. He's always very corporate.
With that, and having finally achieved the creation of Sony Interactive Entertainment, bringing all of our company together under one roof. And then on top of that, having been with the same company for 27 years, 14 of those years working in Japan, it just felt like the right time to hand a great thing to the next generation, and for me to just go and find one more adventure.
So, yeah, the tribute at the Game Awards last night was definitely very emotional.
Yeah.
And so tonight we have a special guest who also wants to celebrate your impact on gaming. But before that,
Shuhei. Wonder if it's Shuhei. Probably is.
Once there was an explosion.
Oh, all right.
Which gave birth to time and space.
Is this a new trailer?
Once there was an explosion. A bang which...
Oh, no, it's not. It's the same one from last night. They're not going to show this all, are they? It was like
Once
7
there was
minutes.
An explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
That's a weird transition. Here's a special guest. Let's show this like 7-minute trailer for Death Stranding. I actually wouldn't mind watching this again just to analyze it a little bit more, because I only watched it once. Porter, so is like that the company he works for? Or is that his name? Bridges, that's the corporation. So he doesn't work for Port, he works for Bridges.
They're here. I can't get you out! Sam!
Yeah, I remember that. His thingy goes nuts. Okay, so that guy's getting older. Take it easy, Joel. Thanks for tuning in, bud. By the looks of it, yeah, I'd say it is Kojima.
They're surrounded.
Okay, so when you die, you get older rapidly. You then get taken by the black stuff. Baby goes mental. Okay, so that character then that went like that is Mads Mikkelsen's bad guy, we presume. Takes off the baby incubator thing. This game is just... no. I love it. I do love it. But I don't have a fucking clue what this game is. I literally do not know what this game is. Yeah, but Necro, I worry though that this game is going to go right over it's probably going to be a great game, but it's just going to go right over everybody's head because nobody has a friggin' clue what's going on. Yeah, that could be true, Greatest. That could be weird for weird's sake. I mean, we've had 3 great trailers, but what is the meaning? What is the purpose? Why does this game exist? What is this game meant to make me feel as a player? Oh yeah, the Lovecraftian. That's probably my favorite part of all 3 trailers so far, though, is Lovecraftian. Bridges, United Cities of America, a dream catcher. I just don't get that bit either. He's a baby inside him, but he's a baby in the incubator. Oh, I don't know. I'm actually too tired at this stage to even try and work this shit out. And he pukes up that, yeah. And then they float. I'm not being salty about it, it's just... They need to start revealing more information about this game. What is the story? What is the premise? Gameplay.
Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion. An explosion that will be our last.
Oh, I'm not a Kojima fanboy. I've never played a Kojima game in my life. I've never played a Metal Gear Solid game.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hideo Kojima.
Oh, he's wearing one of the thingy-majiggies. This is really weird.
So that trailer is a little strange, but the strangest thing is that after you played the game for 4 or 5 hours, all of that starts to make sense.
Really?
Well, take your word on it, Cerny.
So, Andy, I know you and Kojima-san have a long history together. How did you meet?
We met under the worst of all possible circumstances. It was E3, I was responsible for running the show, and I was hosting an event, and I got a call on my cell phone saying, Kojima-san's code has just been stolen by a fan from the booth, and you have to go tell him. So went out into the night. We had tracked him down to a restaurant, and we called him outside, and on the sidewalk in LA told him that his precious code had been stolen, and we had no idea where it was. And I remember the looks on people's faces as some short guy was bowing deeply on the sidewalk in LA to apologize for what had just happened. Anyway, the relationship could only go in one direction from there, which is obviously up. So I'm pleased to say. Ne?
ご飯を食べてて、テラスみたいなところで食べてて、平井さんも見ましたけど、アンディさんがなぜかこう近づいてきて、こうご飯を食べてたんです。
Yeah, we were eating
その事
together.
実を聞かされて、でアンディさんがずっと謝ってたんで。
We were eating at terrace, and for no reason, for no apparent reason, Andy comes out of nowhere and approaches, and then he tells the news, and he starts to apologize deeply. I remember that.
And Kojima-san's face just went white as a sheet. I've never felt so bad in my life.
でも忘れられないですよね。はい。
まさに。
その前からアンディさんとは結構会議とか会ってましたけど、あの時がこう。
Yeah, Jimmy, Mark Cerny is fluent in Japanese. He worked at Sega Japan.
It's hard to forget
for about
that.
5 years,
before that, I've been with Andy meetings and whatnot, but that was the first time that I really remember, closing the distance with Andy.
So, Death Stranding. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came together?
Tell us what it's about.
ですね。先ほどトレーラー出てましたけど、あれは
Fuck Konami!
で動いてます。PlayStation Pro で。
Had to give a shout out to Jim Sterling.
So
Fuck
you just saw
Konami.
the trailer. That is all working in real time in a PlayStation 4 Pro.
で後半ノーマンがこう水中みたいなとこ漂ってて自分の中に入ってきますよね。あそこはプレイヤブルです。
And also in the latter half of the trailer, you see Norman in like water, kind of swimming, going to his own body. That's playable.
Okay.
Wow.
So how did Death Stranding come together? We can skip that. So maybe the world knows. So what are some of your favorite memories together?
食事を一緒によくしてます。ずっと前から。
We often go and grab lunch or dinner together.
で大体仕事の話は我々しませんので。
And we barely ever talk about work.
大体70年代、80年代の、テレビドラマ、これは主にアメリカ、ヨーロッパとか、そういうのをすごく。
We mainly talk about 70s, 80s TV shows, mainly American or European TV shows.
Okay, so Kojima-san is being very modest here, because he will take on pop culture trivia in the US and Japan, 70s, 80s, and he will kick your ass. He's just an encyclopedia. I would also add that I think the most fun time most recently was sort of building a different form of relationship and seeing at first hand the sort of rebirth of Kojima Productions and having Sony be part of that has just been really, really phenomenal from my point of view.
独立するときにですね、いろんなところからオファーがありました。
So when I became independent, I was fortunate enough to receive offers from many different people.
で、いろんなところあったんですけども、やっぱり自由にものづくりがしたいので、僕のことを理解してくれているところとやりたいなというのはずっとありました。
So I had this many offers, but I wanted to keep my freedom to create exactly what I wanted. So I wanted to work with someone that understood me.
で、アンディさんにお会いして、こんなものを作りたいんだよと。っていう相談をしました。
And well, I met with Andy and I told him, you know, this is kind of what I want to do.
普通は、役員室で何十人もいるところでピッチというのを散々やるわけですよ。こういうものをこういう狙いでこんだけ売り上げがあってこんだけで作りますっていうのをしないといけないんですけども。
So normally what you would do after this point is you go into executive meetings and you do a pitch of this is kind of the expected revenue, this is exactly what I'm planning and what kind of target audience I have. That's what would normally happen.
で、その時アンディさんに2、3分内容を口頭で言っただけなのに OK っていうので。
So I remember at that point I just told Andy maybe 2-3 minutes about what I wanted to do and just told him I didn't have any document and he just said, yeah, OK.
で、最初の作品なんでやっぱりアンディさんね、だいぶ付き合いも長いですし、信頼関係もあるので、それで今回のデス・ストランディングができたと。アンディさんがいなければこれはなかった、生まれなかったものです。この赤ちゃんも生まれなかった。
And it would be the first work of Kojima Productions in the independent, so it was very important for me. And well, it was all because of Andy. Without Andy, none of this would have been possible. None of this, what you saw, would have been created. None of the baby giving the thumbs up would have been possible.
I think maybe a shout out to Herman and Guerrilla Games for Decima. Is in order. That was really it for questions. Any final thoughts? We've run. I know we needed more cards.
I think we throw it.
ちょっといいですか？
Yes,
で、アンディさんと一緒にやりましょうということで、去年の1月ですかね。
So, well, going lunch with Andy last year, I think it was in January.
で、企画は考えてたんですけども、テクノロジーが全くないので、エンジンもツールもないので、その時は事務所もなかったです。
I already had a good idea of what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the technology with me. I didn't have, I didn't even have an office at that time.
で、その時、友達のマークさんを思い出して、マークさんに相談しました。
So also thought of
flagship,
Mark
yeah,
and discussed with Mark.
Seems like it. Spaghetti, yeah, most Japanese do understand English, and they can't speak it as well. They just choose not to because of a politeness that they can't speak it as well, and they don't want to.
And at that point, I met with Herman, and well,
they don't want to cause offense.
But they
actually
do speak English. It's easier for them to speak in Japanese so that they can.
This is something I often mention, but in that tour I went through different studios and I got a presentation of what kind of engine each studio was using, what were the characteristics of each one.
Aaron, it's Orchard Thieves, Irish Cider, and I'm almost empty, so this may hurry
up. At
up.
that point I had nothing. I think we were 4 people in total at a very small rented space, rented office space, but everyone was really, really kind with us.
で、ゲリラの皆さんはプレゼンテーション終わって、
Spagged, yeah, I sat and had a full conversation with you, Suzuki, in English.
Well, Guerrilla
speaks it
made
really
the
well
presentation
too.
showing us their engine.
He just
when
chooses
we were about
not to.
leave, they just give us a small wooden box.
Which
箱を開ける
I
とそこにまあ
really
映
didn't
画のエン
understand
ジ
until
ンのソースコードが全
whenever
部
I
入っ
went
た
to
ものが
Japan, then I realized
Well,
it,
when
and
we
it
opened
makes
the box,
sense.
there was the whole source code of
They don't
Guerrilla's engine.
speak
で契約
Japanese
書も何も交わしてません
because it's
とに
easier
かく
for
小島さ
them.
んこれ
It's
これ持って帰
because
ってくれ
they
と
actually believe
も
it's
うそこで
better
もう
for
あ
us
泣
to
きそうに
speak
なっても
Japanese.
うこことしかここと
In case they speak
ゲームを作りたい
English,
ってその時
fuck up the
マーク
English
さんも同席されてた
and
と
cause
思うんですけど
offense to
はい
us.
It should be noted that at this point we had no contract, nothing, no boundaries, and they were just like, yeah, go ahead, please use our engine. This almost
Greatest
doesn't come to
Journey,
tears.
I will
And
leave that in
at
the
that point, I
hands
mean,
of
this is,
Skill
okay,
Jim
this
and
is the people I
Jibby
want to
and
work with.
Spaghetti
This is
to
also
answer.
part thanks to Mark.
I have to give a shout out to
デ
those
ス
guys.
スト
They
ランデ
really
ィ
do
ン
a
グってい
great
う
job
ゲー
on
ム
the
の、ま
channel.
あ、テーマは、まあ、つながりなんですよねストランド
I wish I could be more
The theme of
involved
this-
in that.
The theme, sorry, the theme of Death
But
Stranding
my
is
time is just so
connections.
limited between
Death Strand.
working a full-time
最初にアン
job
ディさんとソニ
and
ーさんとつながりがあってマークさん
streaming
とつ
3 nights
な
a
がり
week
があ
and
っ
trying to
て
have some sort of
ヘ
life.
ルマンさんのつながりがあって皆さんとのつながりがあって
For
今
example,
ここ
the
に
Discord we
デ
have
スト
set
ラン
up.
ディ
If
ン
any
グ
of you guys would like to join
紹
the
介できる
Discord,
ってい
give
う
a shout out to
非
the
常に
guys in
嬉
chat.
し
You're
く
more
思い
than
ます
welcome.
ありがとうございます
It started with a connection with me and Andy. That led
As
to a connection
for
with Mark,
the
and
Twitch
that led to a
channel, I think
connection
even
with
since it
Herman
launched,
and
I
Guerrilla
haven't really
Games, and
updated
that
it
led
that
to a
much
connection-
until I
a
really
connection with
shoot
all the
again
people in
the
here.
things
And
below,
that-
like the
all those
images and the
connections led to
descriptions.
having Death
That's all
Stranding here
Jibby.
today,
Have to
so
give
I
absolute
wanna
credit to
thank
him
everyone
for
for this.
doing that. And I wish, I do hope to do more, obviously. It's just a case of finding the time to do it. So, yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Is that it? I wonder if they're just gonna wrap it up now.
Fun night, huh? You know, just get some old friends together, you know, just hang out, you know. Getting to be holiday times. I love spending time with friends and family, you know. And I count a lot of you among that. I mean, it's seriously, it's like a game development super group is stacked up on here. Just one huge name after another. Thank you so much for all of
We
you.
could start a musical act together. This would be wonderful, I think.
It would be incredible. What kind of game would we make if we made a game together? That's what I want to know.
This
We
was
would make
awful.
Death Stranding in dreams.
And it would ship in 2018.
And I still would not understand it.
Tori's on fire today.
There would be a story
Yes, indeed. There'd be a great story.
that you'll understand at the very end.
It would come in under budget. And,
Well under budget.
Well-
I'm sure.
and early, like all those things, all the things that happen.
That seriously is in your dreams.
Anyway, PlayStation Experience is just such a special time, and we have an incredible
Wow.
weekend lined up for everybody here.
That was
Got all those big
not
panels I
even
was
worth
talking
staying
about
up
earlier.
for
Naughty Dog's
at
bringing
all.
it, Sucker Punch is bringing it,
That was
Media
just
Molecule's bringing it.
I just am
and of
so
course,
confused at this
tons
event.
and tons of playable PS4 and
I
PSVR
don't even
titles.
know
Lots of
why I'm
stuff to
using
play. I
the
mean,
term
Far Cry
event.
5's at the top of my list. You're going to be able to play Firewall Zero Hour. That's the new PlayStation VR game we announced
This
earlier.
entire
Shadow
year
of the
for
Colossus
Sony, I
series,
feel,
it's the
has
third time
been
I've said it, I know.
majorly disappointing.
Absolutely gorgeous. It's going to make your eyes pop out of
I
your
have
head.
to say it. I'm not
And
going to
then don't
lie
forget,
and
we've got
say that they
Capcom
haven't
pop-up.
announced
Yes,
some
yes,
great
no,
games
That's going
and
to be a
shown
lot of
off
fun
some great
too.
games. That
That's
is
going to be
fine.
right here.
But I mean,
I truly think it is our biggest PlayStation experience yet, and I hope you all agree when you get out there on the show floor tomorrow. Before we wrap up, though, Sean, there's been something I've been meaning to mention to you.
Way down here, all by myself on the stage.
Way down there. That's right. That's right. There's this this thing with this shirt. You know, I see it kind of peeking out there out of your.
there you go. You're going to get an
deal with
answer,
that?
Kiski.
Can we get a look?
So we kind of, it's this kind of tradition sort of happened by accident, and that I would wear a shirt on stage at PSX, which would give an indication of kind of games to come in the future, things I want to see happen. There was the infamous Crash Bandicoot t-shirt experience.
Wipeout.
But it led our friends and partners at Activision to bring out Crash Bandicoot again, which is one of the biggest, one of our most successful titles this year. We've done that with Ratchet. We've done that with Wipeout, and now we have Wipeout VR coming.
Bib ribbon.
Yep. And so this year's shirt. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, I don't exactly recognize it. Can you tell us anything about this?
Medieval.
Can you tell us what is that? Anyone know what that is?
It says Sir Dan. So I've been getting a lot of feedback about the title Medieval. It's a really important title in my personal journey, in my career. We worked on that when I moved to London. We would like to bring it back on PlayStation 4. We think Sir Daniel needs one more resurrection, and this is the time to do it. Thank everyone for sending their suggestions to me. Serendipitously, I'd already had this one baking in the oven, and then I saw all the pressure coming in, so I thought this was a great time to bring it out and to talk about it.
Should we roll the video?
You guys want to see a video? Let's do that.
Well, he's back.
Finally, you can prove yourself as a warrior.
At least we get a trailer for a new game.
Greetings, stranger. I'm dead.
What do you want, you vicious freak? Greetings, Sir Daniel Fortescue.
Medieval's coming to PS4. That's awesome.
One more thing. This shirt will also be available in the PS Store for the next 2 days at PlayStation Experience. And all proceeds from the sale of the Sir Daniel Resurrection shirt will go to Able Gamers. So please, everybody, grab one of these shirts over the next 2 days.
Fantastic stuff. So, hey, I want to thank all of our panelists. Thanks to all of you. It's been an honor. This is an incredible bunch. You guys have been great. We have an incredible weekend planned for all of you. Coming up next is Greg Miller with Kinda Funny. We're going to take a very short intermission, but we're just getting started, so stay with us.
Be sure to stick around.
No, I don't think so. I'm good. I'm good. That is it. That whatever that was.
You are a warrior. You trained your whole life for this.
No, nothing's just getting started. Seriously, nothing started. There was no start at all. Well, hey guys, you guys can take off. Very disappointing. Don't know what that eventually is supposed to do. Much like other PlayStation conferences, it just feels like they just really hadn't rehearsed anything. But like I was saying, I'm kind of disappointed. Kind of disappointed in Sony. They had an average E3. They said that was only the beginning, that they were only halfway through whatever they were have this year. They didn't have Paris Games, which was better than E3, but not like mind-blowing. And then they have this. I don't know what this was meant to be. I don't know what it was. I'll actually give you guys the option in chat. Do you want sex or do you want hard out? I'm pretty much done for the night. Now you could possibly hedge a bet that you guys might be the same as me. Just get it off, get on with it, get to bed, have a good Christmas, and look forward to 2018. You guys want sex? I'll give you sex. Aaron Bullard. Or sorry, Bullard. Thank you for the kind comments. We have a Discord. If anybody wants to get in on the Discord, just mention it in chat. The guys will hook you up. Or send us a DM, whatever you guys prefer. No, we didn't. I'll give you guys sex. I'm out of here. I'm going to bed. And I will see you all on Sunday. Sunday night, 9 PM GMT for the Speedrun Sunday. Another attempt to break the world record of Shenmue 2 speedrunning it. Guys, have a good night. In the words of WoW, keep your friends, those you love, close to you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See ya.
いつか見た夢のように頬を撫でて通り過ぎる海へつながるほど潮の香り運ぶよ愛しさが優しい嘘つかせる前に寂しさを今抱いてほしいのに I wish you were all with me here with me いくつの夜を越えても込み上げる切なさは行くあてもないままで Don't leave me alone till morning still we see この胸は揺れてるけどまだ帰りたくない星が消えるまでもう少し巡る季節